Hey everyone, welcome back for more VampYr. We will we will soon, or at least certainly this episode, be beginning chapter 4, where we will be going to the West End. Now, there's some very interesting developments. I made a very, very big error in a judgment. I did make the right call in saying, in sparing Sean Hampton. What I should never have done is said, that you trust him, you believe in him. I should have been more hypocritical against him. I should have criticised him more. Why do I say that? This event here, I need to explain this. I've done this off screen because I prefer to show the missions. It's more of a citizen one. Well, not exactly a citizen one. So, basically this refers to, much like with Nurse Crane, where they turn skulls. Now, what's happened is that after I've said, I've killed, Jonathan's killed Mary, and problem is, because we placed our Undying somewhat, as far as Sean Hampton's concerned, we've placed our undying belief in him. Therefore, he has made a cult. He made a cult of followers that were the Paxton sisters, who was it? Himself, being a leader, and Dyson Delaney. And he turned them all into monsters. He turned, basically, Lottie turned to an enforcer, whatever her name was, Giselle turned herself into an enforcer. Lottie is a level 30 skull, and I'm not going to even bother attempting that one because she's protected by a level 25 and a level 26 skull, and I don't fancy being killed. Dyson Delaney was on the bridge. He was a level 20 beast, so I should never have said that I trust and believe in him. I should have criticised him because I doubt he would have started the cult. I was right in sparing him because that was a big mistake I made with Nurse Crane. I should have spared her, so I decided to spare Sean Hampton because he was eating flesh, but he wasn't actually taking people's lives. He kept his district together. Problem is that after the death of his sister, he forms a cult and everything completely falls the hell apart. Basically, Des is critical because he's formed a cult, he's shut himself out, he's been overcome by his urges for blood, and the entire district is just an absolute chaos. So I've had to go over there, eliminate as much as I can. I have leveled up. I'm a level 21. I've got Mesmerized level 3. So that was quite good. I've been healing people as best I can. I can't find this guy. Which is not exactly the worst thing in the world. Who else was it? I'll have to go back up and heal Shayshawn. That was just. So I've had to kill Sean Hampton because he turned. He was turned, but he actually became a proper skull. He was overcome by bloodlust. And he was level 27. So I had to get rid of him. He was going to send the entire district into absolute hostility. So for the sake of the district, I've taken care of him. Anyway, I was going to do some other things, but I have actually noticed and just randomly come across a eavesdropping mission for the citizens. So we will get started with that, and then we need to have a few conversations with some people down at the docks. Anyway, let's get started with this eavesdrop.
Stupid brat is gone. Good. Tired of the maggot always hanging around our house anyway.
My God, Seymour. Have you hurt the boy?
Of course not. Why do you care so much about that cockroach? Do I need to talk to rats to get some attention too?
Don't be so childish. You know I love you, Seymour.
But you worry more about that stupid maggot.
Don't speak about him that way. Rufus has always been the kindest boy.
Yeah? Unlike your real son, right?
Well, well, well. I'll confront him about all this.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything recently about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Called into the hullabaloo that could be heard coming from the building, I would say that all the local loonies are at his precious club.
Aren't you worried about the conditions here in London?
I've heard armed men have started patrolling the city, even killing the sick to stop the epidemic. Starting to like this city again.
God, okay. I thought we just had a bloody hint. Oh, for God's sake.
Goodbye, Mr.
Oh, well, that is just ridiculous. Fine.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Of course. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Unless it
What
could
can
be
I do for you,
just...
Dr. Ray?
Oh, that's what it might be referring to.
Goodbye.
Okay. Let's just double check something for a second.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening.
Heard anything about...
I rarely go near there, but rumour has it the place is restricted. Only members chosen by Mr. Hampton are allowed in.
Are you worried about the Senate?
I never really felt safe in this town anyway. Now's the first time that everyone seems to feel the same way as me.
Is anything worrying you right now?
Gunshots? I hear them every night. Who's firing? Who are they shooting at? That's what's scary.
Rufus, tell me what you really think about Seymour Fishburne.
Seymour, he just scares me. A lot. Actually, he scares many people round here, even big fellows.
You mean his brutality is infamous, even in this shady part of town? That's impressive.
Yes, sir. How someone like that can be related to Mrs. Fishburne, well, it beggars belief.
Ooh. Go on, we'll take a chance.
Is that jealousy I sense?
No. I'm sure she loves him. What mother doesn't love their own? She's so sad.
What do you mean?
It passes across her eyes sometimes, when she thinks she's alone. She hides it from everyone.
Are you alone? So you have...
No.
You should be...
I've known what...
Why do you think...
I can't say...
No?
How come you...
I found you
Like you...
when I was at...
It's usually because we haven't answered something.
How come... Like...
when I...
How?
I don't...
You don't...
No.
Okay, well.
So long, Rufus.
Well. Okay, now there's two people in this village I'd like to talk to, if I can find them again. I think... Ah, there he is.
Good evening, Mr. Woodbeard.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
I'd like to formally introduce Arthur Woodbeard.
Do you have any recent news?
I read that given enough time, any intention, no matter how good, can rot and sour. If half the things I've heard about this place are true, that theory is soundly proven.
Are you worried about
I never thought I'd live to see the last days of London. Just another thing I was wrong about, I suppose.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
Ho!
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
Interesting.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
I'm sure a district as colourful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named, an old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though, despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Interesting.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right, too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout, if you catch my meaning.
Right.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby, just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Ah.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
Ah.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed, but I would kneel and pray if I thought he would give me my Andrew back.
Ah, got all of his points then.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay. There's one more person we need to find. If I can remember who the hell that is. Was it Rodney? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Okay. Okay. Looks like we're going back in there then. Oh god, I hate it when I get lost like this.
The wet boot boys. Lost boy.
Ah, here we are. I'll go and talk to Rodney, find out about him. Now I'll show what I was talking about oh, was it? Show what I mean about that Paxton lady. See? Lottie Paxton. Level 30. Look, I get it. She has a lot of weaknesses. I still don't want to take the risk.
Safer places to be than here. Sir, step away.
Step wherever the hell I want. So while we're here, I'll show you. So the front of this... Oh, thanks a lot. That's it. Load, load, load. Thank you. So this is your only way into that area where Sean Hampton presides. At least before you must make that decision, because the front will be blocked off depending on the decision you make. Ah, there he is.
Good evening, Mr. Grader.
Are you sure nobody followed you here, Dr. Reed?
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
Not really. I've
spent so many days hiding to escape retaliation from the wet boot boys. Now that there's so much chaos, they might forget about me.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
Really?
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock, a mountain even. He feared nothing.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refused to be insulted again.
Yeah. There's worse things happening in London at the moment in this game.
If you really believe you started all this mess, then face it. Take responsibility and stop hiding.
Jack told me once that a real hero does not seek the ordeal, for it is the ordeal itself that reveals the true hero. I now know he was right.
Damn. Well.
Goodbye, Mr. Grader. Take care.
I'll go and check something because there's a character I'm having a very difficult time finding. It's possible he's down here. Oh. Anyone down here? That's just wild imagination. Okay. Okay. Got those bit of extras. Oh, something else around there. Okay. Oh. Wonder where Archibald's gone. Archibald's gone. So you get a key from after you get rid of them if you choose to. Opens that. No, I'm not going to go up there.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Right. Let's get back to our office in Pembroke. Try and go the fastest, well, probably the best and easiest way.
Best turn around if I were you.
I've cleared out all these. Oh god, look at that massive desync with that train. God, okay. Unless that's intentional. Okay. If that is the case, that's kinda creepy. At the very least, very, very weird. Okay. Alright.
This girl and her principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
Murders. And it's nothing to do with the wet boots, I say.
Alright, direct path. Nice.
Look lively! It's on to us!
Come on. I'm gonna let. I've made the conscious decision. I'm not going to fight the pre-win, which may sound slightly weird, but I need to try out an because they're the ones taking out those things. And frankly, that's more of a help to me. Oh crap, go the wrong way. Why the hell are you loading? Why? What is the... Seriously, there is no need for you to load like that. I don't care to do a lot of running. This game, so what? Get over yourself, you stupid game. Of course I do that and... Touch wood, I'm not going to say it. Or it will happen. But you all know what I'm thinking, I assume. Anyway, why did I go this way? Go the other way, you twat. Ugh. Come on. Thank you. So, we've been invited to the Ascalon Club by Lord Redgrave in the West End. Okay, weapons upgraded. Okay. Might be a tad sneaky about this. I think that would work best. Him.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
Yeah.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to it.
Silence! I dismiss you now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence! I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
You and me both, pal. Okay, can't go there. What the hell? I'm being attacked by everyone? Oh, give over. Okay. This should
So
be it.
this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
I wonder if we get initiated into the club as a member, the other Econ won't actually try and kill us. That'd be really... I wish they'd help us. That would be fantastic. We actually have our first true ally in the game, as far as AI is concerned.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him, but I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Yeah.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary, she was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
Curious.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
How typical.
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings.
That's very true.
I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
If a little ironic.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Politicians for you.
Will they fight the guard of Prewin?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Ah, ironic.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
We will do our best.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
Well, that's a bit rude. Especially for someone like Elizabeth Ashby. She's got a title of her ladyship, after all.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
More political games.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite, but we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan, like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Econs I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Econ on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
A very good point.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
That is true as well.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all. You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
See, it's fair enough. She's well connected as well. Good plan.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Oh, excuse me.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Good to know.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honourable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
She has feelings for her.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Well, that was a long and very informative discussion. I assume we don't get killed the moment we reappear and are out the door. Then I will end the episode around about here. This episode's been about an hour, so see if anything dramatic happens, just in case. And of course it's going to take forever to load. Yes, we have a major discussion in the game. Oh! It hurt me. God, that music reminds me of Resident Evil 7. Shadow Cabinet. Alright. On that note, we'll end this part here. Next time, Shadow Cabinet. And maybe even a side mission or two. Who knows? See you then.